the schedule of unang YouTube? Do you wake up early and stay there?
I sleep at 7.
Usually, ano pa kayo? Sambales?
Yes, out of town
How do you keep
palagi.
up with it?
Wala na akong social life. Hindi na ako lumalabas paggabi. Yung social life ko man tanghali or I don't know, like this. This is how I meet new people, you know, at work na rin also. And because I'm a host, I have the privilege to really meet all sorts of interesting people. So, it's nice. But social life in terms of nightlife or lalabas ako with my friends at night to watch movies, that's always during the weekends. But yeah, I think when you love the work that you do, mag-a-adjust ka din naman talaga eh. So, natutulog ako na maaga, gising na ako by around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Kasi ang pull-out namin for unang hirit, if it's within Metro Manila, mga 4. Kasi 4:55 the start of the show. But if it's out of town, we get pulled out at around 2 or 3.
Subic, no?
Oo, pag Subic, alas 2 yung pull-out namin. Kaya ganun.
Before, more to be courted the atom award.
Huh?
Parang may ganun na, no?
Talaga?
Ano ako narinig eh.
Saan yun naman ang pull-out
Eh, kasi
niya?
atom naman sa inyo. Kaya dito eh.
Hindi, co-host ko siya dun sa bagong show. Oo.
Pero ayun,
Kasama si Richard.
yung kanina kay Wancho, I got the vibe na partly then you want to be conservative about courtship, gano'n? Kaya it's taking so long.
Yes.
to be.
I think I'm very conservative about a lot of things, but maybe with my personality, it doesn't translate that way because I'm very straightforward, I'm overly opinionated.
Going and
Yeah, so parang iniisip ng mga tao, very liberated, but I grew up in a Christian household, I'm still a Christian, so I tend to be very conservative about a lot of things. Yeah, and you know, I feel like with relationships, especially at my age, I'm turning 26 on May,
this next one.
yeah, it's a nice age to really figure out if you want to be committed to someone. And when you're committed to someone, sana long-term na, di ba? Ayoko na ng date around or test the waters and then jump to another relationship. Although I know that that works for some people. For me personally, it's no longer the state that I'm in.
So if and when si Wancho will be your first boyfriend?
No naman. Wow. First boyfriend pala.
So,
I've
Wancho,
had boyfriends naman.
so Wancho, galingan mo, talagang tinetest ka.
Oo, sana
may
galingan
hope ba siya?
niya.
May pag-asa ba siya?
May pag-asa naman si Wancho, napakabait
Ilang
nun.
percent?
12%. Hindi, mataas-taas naman na percentage. Hindi ko na lang ibibigay yung ballpark number. Mataas na. At araw-araw kami magkasama. So,
Kada resort parang 100%.
oo, malapit na mag-100. Ano lang ako, cute lang ako. Nagpapakipot lang. Hindi, pero araw-araw kami magkasama. So, mahirap hindi man-develop, di ba? You're with the person every day. And yun nga, out of town palagi. So,
The nearness of you.
yes.
Pero minsan, pag masyadong matagal din, parang, you know, parang it reaches a point na lumipas na.
Pinadala ka ba dito ni Wansha?
Oo.
Pinadala ka ni Wansha? Sige na nga. Sige na nga. Yeah, I think also.
Naiinip na siya eh.
Oh, naninip ka na ba? Malapit na yan siguro. We'll see. I mean, I'm in no rush and I think Wancho is in no rush also. And then dami niyang projects ngayon, di ba? Ang dami niyang pinagkakabisihan din. Sabi ko, kapal nga ng mukha mo, nanliligaw ka pa. Nagsuschool
Dapat
na
hindi
siya.
na.
Oo.
Ito bang Stand for Truth? It's a new show.
Yes, it's a new show.
Is this election related?
No, it's a digital newscast.
Digital.
Yes, it's a digital newscast po. That's launching April.
And you're in
daily.
Yes, it's daily.
What does it mean when it says we'll be in charge of the music segment?
So, parang within the show po, there will be a newscast that's gonna be handled by Atom and Richard. And then, for the music segment, we're gonna invite musicians, Filipino musicians, composers, songwriters, on the show to perform, to be interviewed, ganyan. Para lang meron tayong, because you know, I think with the millennial age, they want to be engaged in all sorts of things. So whether that be news and current affairs, and also everything that's going on the internet, especially when it comes to music, we want to integrate that. Kasi we also want to cater to the younger audience para manood sila ng different platform for news, and then listen to the kind of music that the young people are listening to now.
Joyce, how I was just reading up on you also, no, and obviously GMA and all the other networks are trying to get into digital already, but you seem to have, you know, penetrated the digital world much earlier than them. How long ago did you put up your YouTube and then your podcast, Adulting with Joyce?
I actually have been doing social media since 2011.
Okay,
Wow.
Tagal na.
Real turning
na.
point din since in the 8
Yeah.
years.
I was 18 maybe when I started doing social media because I love talking to people way before like mga Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. I had a Tumblr, I had a Multiply account, so I would write often, I would tell stories, I would write prose and poetry and I'd post it sa Tumblr ko. And people would repost it, ganyan. Tapos nung nagkaroon na ng Twitter and YouTube, I would transition into that. I always believed in the power of connecting with people, and I think primarily my work is to really connect people and to interact with them, and I think social media is the most powerful tool that we can use for that.
But there are risks, no, in social media.
As with anything. I
What
think.
about questions of credibility? I'm not sure, no? People just posting this story and that.
Yeah, it's very difficult, and I actually get the chance to talk to universities. Minsan nagbibigay po ako ng talks and lectures in universities, and it's often about netiquette or what is the internet
Netiquette.
yes, the netiquette. What is the internet etiquette that we should practice? And one of that is really being more responsible with the information that we share. Kasi somebody can make fake news, but if nobody spreads it, it won't get big eh. But the problem with fake news is it starts with someone not reading up or doing the research and just posting it on their Facebook, and then somebody else that's in their Facebook friends list, di ba, i-share din yun hanggang kumalat na, tas parang lahat tayo nagkaroon na, nakapag-consume na ng fake news. But if that one person really takes it to heart that it's my responsibility to use this tool, social media, to spread the truth instead of the lies on the internet, then it'll be better.
How do you avoid committing the mistake?
I think research is everything well, first is source. I would say that you have to have credible sources. If you think that the website or the source that you're looking at is not credible, then don't post it, or at the very least do your research. And multiple research, madali naman mag-internet, diba? I-google mo lang, alam mo na kung tama or hindi. So,
Cross-reference.
oo, at saka hindi katulad dati na kailangan mo pumunta ng library para tignan yung encyclopedia para malaman kung totoo ba yung sinasabi nitong specific person na to. Ngayon, nasa phone ka lang, pwede mong i-type kung totoo ba tong news na to. Like, I recently read like, Kat Dennings, this Hollywood actress, is dead. Pero I saw it on my Facebook feed na some of my friends posted it, but I saw that the source was like this weird website. Oo, parang hindi siya credible source. So, I googled it and true enough, it was fake news. So, parang madali naman, hindi naman, kaya naman eh. Kaya gawa ng paraan to do those things. It's just a matter of really exerting a little bit of effort.
Joyce, you mentioned about you would like to interact with people. Because stand for truth, what kind of audience interaction are we going to expect? I know this is a digital show.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's gonna be nice kasi we'll be asking a lot of our audiences to really give input on what we can do on the show. What are the topics that they want to hear are discussed on the show, the kinds of musicians that they want to also guest on Stand for Truth. And as with anything on social media, may comment section tayo at makikita natin ang insights.
Very
Oh.
powerful
We're
comment.
going to shoot out everything, every comment. Negative and positive.
I think we're gonna, of course, we're gonna read through all of them naman talaga. Hindi na, I don't think we can promise interacting with each and every comment that we receive, but with social media, mas madaling makita kung ano yung mga sinasabi at reaction ng mga tao. And
Pero are you like that? Kasi ako, personally, whenever I watch videos or check some articles online sa social media, I go to the comment section first.
I'm like that, oo. At saka yung feature nga ng Facebook na may top comments na, it helps, no? Kasi may kita mo what are the comments that really speak to a lot of people, then nila like, emoticon yung comment na yun. So, yeah, I watch the comment section a lot, and you see some of the most interesting, if not cruel, comments and opinions on the comment section.
Depends
Why did
on-
you decide to limit your segment in standard to music? I mean, it's a newscast, and generally, diba? I mean, on television, that's showbiz, that's entertainment, personalities even, diba? Why just music?
Well, I think it's a segment assigned to me. So, I like music, and I think maybe the bosses really saw that I've had a long history of love for music. I started in a music channel and then I did radio for 4 years. So it's been really the kind of forte that I have. I still do music now. I still have my YouTube and I do a lot of events that involves music. So when it comes to forte, maybe that particular field is my forte. But you know, as with anything, I'm open to growing into something else. But I trust that si Richard and Atom, they're the best at what they do, and I don't want to overstep on something that some other people can serve better than I can. So maybe that's just that.
You're releasing a single, no?
Yes, I am.
You wrote the song?
I wrote the song. I co-wrote it.
Lyrics and chords, music.
Yes, the music and the lyrics by me. And then I brought it to RICO Blanco. He liked it, and then we actually worked together on it. So he produced the track.
What's the title of the song? What is it all about?
Baka
Song?
Sakali. The song is called Baka
Baka
Sakali.
Dedicated to somebody.
Baka dedicated to someone. Paparinig ko na lang sa'yo. Kinilig. Medyo love song kasi siya. No, I wrote it in the beginning of this year or December last year. Because for the past 2 years, I was single and I wasn't dating
Last 2
anyone.
years single.
Oo, so 2 years akong
Who's the
single.
last?
So, hindi ka na single.
What's the
Huwag na natin pag-usapan yun. Huwag na natin bigyan ng traction.
Anyway, a line from the song, baka sakali, that will encourage one to go.
Baka. Tingnan natin.
Anong line doon? That will, pwede.
Oo, something like that.
Sabi
Something
sa
like
video
that.
sa ano panood mo?
Sorry?
No, we're recording it. Sa ano panood mo?
Tinutulungan niya. Pinadala kayo ata lahat yung one shot
Actually,
dito,
no.
no?
Hindi naman.
Oo.
Friend na siya.
Mas Rivermaya fan ka kesa Eraserheads.
Sorry?
Mas Rivermaya fan ka kesa Eraserheads.
Don't make me choose, please.
Kasi you went to RICO
You have to
Blanco.
choose.
Oo nga, I
Instead
have to
of
choose.
Ellie.
I just watched ang huling El Bimbo. Huwag mo ko
so-
papigilin.
ang ganda.
Ang
Ang
ganda. Napanood niyo na. Ang ganda talaga. Napakahusay din ng cast, no? I think if you're a 90s kid, I mean, I was born in the 90s. Even if you're not, di ba? And especially if you have a love for the theater, iba yung areglo ng music, di ba? And iba yung execution, at saka yung story, maganda rin talaga. But Rico kasi is a friend of mine, so that's the only reason why I came to him. We go way back talaga. As in when I started out in showbiz, he was one of the first few people who really encouraged me with my music kasi naririnig niya akong kumanta. Tapos tumutugtog pa ako dati sa bar nila.
Really? Dami
yeah.
mong ginagawa.
In Vault. Kailangan kong kumita ng pera eh. More than anything po, kailangan kong kumain.
Is there a
Hindi mo kaya
specific goal
gawin.
pa? You're working hard?
Sorry?
Is there a specific goal pa? That's why you work hard?
I think I was just really wired to work hard. I didn't come from an affluent background, you know. Yung pamilya ko, hindi mo kami mayaman growing up. And a lot of the things, if not everything that I have right now, are things that I had to work hard for. So I value working hard. I value professionalism, and I value the people that I work with. So out of respect for my management and for my team, I want to be able to excel in whatever field I'm in. So that's why.
I'm just curious though, ano yung naka-scribble sa?
Oh, tattoo. This is my life verse. 2
Ano yan?
Corinthians. For when I am weak, then I am strong.
It's from a song.
No, it's from
From
the
a
Bible.
verse,
Yes,
it?
it's from. It's a life. It's my life verse.
From Don Moen.
Parang yes,
Ganon.
yeah.
And
So
Jim Brickman.
What's the
Yes.
other one?
well, these are flowers. Hieroglyphs. Be still.
Dami anymore?
Um,
Unseen?
Unseen.
Unseen.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
wait.
there.
Parang ano?
That's new.
unseen. Meron ako sa
Ay,
lips. Oh,
Nag-
okay lang.
Ang pinaka-curious
Sorry,
ako.
kinabahan ko bigla.
Ano yun? Parang ano ba?
L'essential is invisible ko you. What is essential is invisible to the eye.
Ah.
From the Little Prince. Yes, hey, you got it.
And the hieroglyphs.
Oh, hieroglyphs mean, this one means empathy, faith, and integrity.
Wow.
3 things that I'd like to have.
Ang lalim mo pala.
Ha? Hindi?
Kaya
Feeling
ba?
ko.
Kaya ba ano ni Wancho? Yung palalim mo?
Trying lang, ha? Hindi ko alam, kaya naniligaw pa lang eh. Hindi,
Hinuhuli.
joke lang. Hinuhuli ko ba? Oo.
What's a...
Sorry.
You do so many things. Ano hindi mo kaya gawin? Ano hindi mo gagawin? Hindi mo gamin yung ginagawa.
Ang dami ba? Oo nga. Medyo medyo marami. Hindi ko kaya umarte. Hindi ako magaling
Theater
umarte.
lang. You sing, di ba?
Yes, I
Naging
sing.
voice.
I did theater when I was in high school, but nothing
Where?
more than that.
Schools,
Quezon City Science.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yes. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Then sa UP, you took up
Fine arts.
fine
Yeah.
arts.
So I was supposed to do pre-med in UP. Pero parang after, siguro grade school, high school kasi sobrang nerd ko. I mean, I came from a public school, Christian school, tapos nag-science high school
Elementary
ako.
was
PAES Elementary School in Tondo, and then I did Neo Vision School, which is a tiny Christian school in Mother Ignacia lang. Yeah. Tapos nag-Kisay na ako after. Pagkatapos ko ng high
Bisaya.
school. Yes.
Ano yun, ano? Pag pinasa amin Bisaya, pumantasan, mga ano,
Yeah.
mga A
Yes.
listers.
Well, we were scholars po. So, yeah. I had a scholarship.
So in general, dapat yung giging boyfriend mo should par with your
Tumatawa tuloy yung team ko.
Sila par, ano? Wala ka bang mga criteria?
Ano
Yeah.
bang ano, background niya? Si Wado, tingnan natin.
So, tingnan natin yung mag-comment sa bahay. Mag-comment sa
Paano siya
bahay.
naging Mr. ano? Ginoong Laguna yata?
Hindi
Ay,
siya
wala
sumali.
mo.
Hindi, kasi nandun kami sa Laguna recently for unang hirit for what was this? Basta may fiesta sila, yung lahat ng mga bayan at saka lungsod ng Laguna. But hindi daw pala siya. Si Jack Roberto, alam ko, Ginoong
Roberto, si
Laguna.
Alden.
Jeric
Si Jeric
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
So, yeah, Alden Richards.
So in general, what's your criteria or what do you find impressive in general, disregarding one?
In general, I think before I used to be very attracted to brilliant men. I like people who intellectually challenge me. But now I look at the heart. Parang mas gusto ko pag okay yung puso ng tao. Napansin ko kasi na minsan kahit gaano katalino yung tao, hindi siya sure buwan na mabait. And when you grow older and when you become wiser, I guess, you realize that intellect is not everything. It has to be a balance of the head and the heart. Yeah. So, yeah. Oo, tama
Ang mga
talaga.
intelligence na baliw ang dating.
Oo, may mga intelligente nga. Ah! Nag-drop ng names pala.
Digital newscast, traditional. Does the platform allow you to be
More
braver?
relaxed.
Or-
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
so. I think this platform will, when we had the pre-prod nga, sila Atom were saying na, oh, okay, so we can be more themselves. Wala masyadong, because it's one of the first few digital newscasts that you'll ever see, especially in the Philippines, diba? Pwede kang mag-play around with the system eh. Parang how can you make it a bit more transcendent for the younger generation, something that will be easier for them to digest. Because I think for a lot of people, the reason why they don't watch news is because they think it's not something that they can digest properly. So usually Twitter nila binabasa yung news nila, small bites lang talaga. Oo, headlines lang, condensed lang talaga lahat. But you want them to be better educated and more knowledge when it comes to news. So with digital newscast, I think we can play around with the platform. We can really be more transparent with them. We can actually exhaust the details. The kind of details that you can't really do on TV. Kasi sa TV, syempre, may oras, may headlines, sunod-sunod. But with a digital newscast, pwedeng pahabain, pwedeng paikliin. And you can actually give them more than that.
It's not that they don't care, it's just that you have to give them the news the way they want to consume it. That's what you're
Yes,
saying.
I think we care. We do care as a nation and as young people. We do care because we kind of are more aware now na tayo na yung susunod to step up and lead this country and lead the communities that we belong in. So when you really think about it, you must care, and your natural reaction really is to care kasi bansa natin to, communities natin to, di ba? Pero kailangan lang natin ng konting encouragement for them to really be more engaged. And because social media, mas madali sa kanila mag-engage, di ba? Merong two-way eh. Hindi katulad kung one way lang yung consumption mo of information. Hindi kayo makakapag-discuss. But because it's social media, there's a discussion point at hand.
How do you get to this site?
Hmm?
If you want to watch this show, paano?
Meron na ba
It
tayo
will
nung...
be available on
Can you-
Jimmy News Online and the YouTube channel of Jimmy Public Affairs. So we'll be giving out the link po once it starts airing on April.
A bit.
Angel, yes, because it's a time. So, okay, and then it's available.
Kasi series to eh.
Ano pala siyang ano?
You're acing it.
Oo.
May series to.
VDR.
Yeah.
Oo. Ayan.
It's basically because of the YouTube brand that
Ready ako dyan. Tsaka na-inspire ako sa Eminem's mong case eh.
O, di ba? Ganda.
Cute. Ano ba yun? Cute ba yun? Hindi ako yung shot. That would be really weird. Nice. Kakulay ko na yung blouse ko. Galing kasi akong beach din.
Yung ganyang mindset will be felt doon sa mga invited mo sa
May mga guests
segment mo,
Mm,
gano'n?
sa music.
You'll be inviting maybe people or artists that aren't even played on radio maybe?
Yes. I think we are teaming with Filipino talent, especially sa music industry. And there are a lot of, nagugulat nga ako minsan sa unang hirit, diba? May mga fina-feature everyday ng mga artists na hindi ko kilala. And I'd like to think na kilala ko most of the Filipino artists. But because nga of YouTube, meron din mga Filipino artists na kilala lang sa YouTube. Sobrang gagaling sa YouTube, ang laki ng following or malaki yung engagement. But some people like us who aren't on YouTube a lot, we don't get to see them. So we want to feature that in Stand for Truth, yung mga talented Filipino musicians, songwriters, composers, and talents in general, to really feature them and showcase their capabilities and what they can offer to our audience. Yeah.
Ang talino mo pala, impressed. Oo.
Salamat, Tito. Thank you. Kailangan ko ng assurance,
Oo.
syempre.
Rest
Nakakatuwa.
assured.
Oo.
Hindi talaga, no?
But it sounds so serious, Stand for Truth.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
serious.
Oh, it
Parang,
election.
parang may election something, parang may itutumba.
I'm sure it'll touch on
That's
that.
the
Yeah.
most important.
It has to. You know, I think maybe the difficult thing is we tend to kind of separate seriousness with being interesting. Like, just because something is serious, it doesn't mean it can't be interesting. So with Stand for Truth, we want to show our audience, especially the younger generation, that you can be serious but at the same time be interesting.
Be
Because
engaging.
we don't want that stigma na just because it's smart, just because it's serious, just because it's news related, hindi na siya interesting for the younger generation. It can be both. And I think with the roster of people that we have on the show, you can really see that na kaya nating maging interesado at maging irresponsable at the same time. Kasi minsan, di ba, sa social media, it's either yung memes na walang kakwenta-kwenta or talagang seryosong news bits. But here in Stand for Truth, we're trying to find the middle ground wherein people can actually have conversations about substantial topics and at the same time be interested and have a good time.
That's very...
Maganda yung team nyo. So, si Richard, no?
Richard, yeah.
Idol.
Si Richard, funny din yan
ano?
si Richard.
Yeah. At saka, visually, okay siya.
Very much, yeah.
Si gusto ng TV.
That's
So
very...
with this digital show coming up, have you like taken a seat one day and then decided, oh, this is this much I'll give to television and this much I'll give to digital? I mean, how are you juggling your career and which one are you deciding to give a bit more, like focus on?
That's a good question. I think it goes hand in hand for me because I've been doing digital so much ever since I was younger in this industry. It feels like it's another limb to me. So I don't feel like I'm choosing anything. It feels as if I'm pouring myself equally in both platforms. So I pour myself equally in how I host The Clash this year and for Unang Hirit. But I also pour so much of myself in my digital, my podcast, my YouTube, and then these shows. Apart from Stand for Truth, meron din ako ng Kapuso Artist ng Bayan. As with anything, I feel like we can do multiple things at the same time, but it's just a matter of balance. And as long as ikaw personally okay ka, you're healthy, you're taking care of yourself, you can actually give your 100% to both.
But having gone into digital as early as 2011 and then just really taking a look at how this is really going that direction, do you really see everything shifting there? I mean, in your opinion?
I think a lot of it is shifting there, but I don't think TV and radio is going anywhere. You know how they said that when the Kindle came out, everyone was gonna leave the books and everything. But last year, it was the most number of books published in America, like physical books, because Kindles and those mga digital ways for you to consume books, audiobooks and such. They're very useful and they're very practical, but I think within our hearts we still love tradition eh.
Joyce, the printed page will stay.
Yes, the printed page will stay. And
Facebook is losing its credibility na, di ba?
exactly.
Si Mark, Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg.
He apologized not on social media but in New York Times. Good
Yes.
case for that.
Precisely. So
meaning
I
he
believe in
believes
that.
the print media
Yeah.
more than.
Print will
It
always
will
stay
stay.
there. Yeah, print
Since
is
the time
staying.
Moses and Ten Commandments. it's-
And we need that.
So
We
we're
need
safe.
that. Yeah, we're all safe. We're all safe kayo guys. Oo naman, yes. I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't think TV, radio, and the print art will go
Radio
anywhere.
will
Yes, will stay. It will always be important. But as with anything, we need innovation. We need to be able to innovate and adjust to all sorts of platforms. And I think if anything, social media and digital platform is just that, another innovation that we can use.
Time will tell. Joyce, thank you so much.
Salamat po. Thank you so
Dami namin
much.
nakuha sa inyo.
Talaga, sana naman. Manood kayo ng Stanford Group.
You're very educational. Very informative. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Is it